So if human beings can't live without eating, then have you asked yourself that when you go into farming, when you grow crops, definitely you are going to they will purchase them, you are going to sell them, and then you earn money from that. If only you do it well. If you do it well at the right time, at the right place, you are not going to lose. You're welcome to Bush Class TV with your Bush teacher, Obo King H. I'm here today to share with you this important information, and it's about business, and also to those who always wait for the government to establish business for them before they will also put food on their table. So stick and stay. This message I'm about to give you, I've named it Don't Wait to Be Employed. Employ yourself. And the part of business that I'm going to share with you is farming. I'm going to share with you farming business. You establish your own farming business. These are the 5 steps why I want you to venture into farming business. One, why? Because you don't need a certificate to venture into farming. There are so many jobs, there are so many works that you need a certificate before you can be employed, that you need a certificate before you can venture into it. Even if you want to open a pharmacy shop, you can bear with me that you need a certificate that shows that you've gone into pharmacy school before you can be able to before you can be allowed to open a pharmacy shop. Farming doesn't need a certificate. You can go into farming. No one will come to your farm and then ask you of your certificate before you can be allowed to continue. No government will come to your farm and then ask of your certificate before you can be allowed to venture into farming. So know that farming is easy to do. You don't need a certificate to do that. The next step I will share with you is farm land is easy to afford. Land for building in some of the countries are difficult to get and then expensive as well. But farmland, some countries too, it is very affordable to acquire it. Ghana, here, in some of the African countries, getting the land for building is expensive, but for farming, it's not expensive. You can be able to get it and then do your farming. You can get it and then do your farming. In Ghana, here, if you are with 500 Ghana cedis, you can get an acre of land for about 5 years to work on it. They will rent it to you, or they will lease it to you, and then you work on it for 5 years. 500 Ghana cedis is equivalent to about $40 to $50. You can get this land and start with your farming. So know that the second step why I want you to venture into farming is you don't need special skills. You don't need special skills. If you want to grow maize, you don't need a special skill for growing the maize. All you have to do is, after maybe you've gotten your land, you weed the land or you clear the weeds from the land, you dig the hole, put the maize in it, and then it will start germinating if when it's raining. And if even if there is no rain, you can do irrigation and then get water, the maize will grow. All what you have to do is, sometimes you have to know, or you have to get close to those who have started it before, those who are already into farming. You get them and then they will show you how to do it. But you don't need a special skill to grow the maize. You don't need a special skill to grow cassava. You don't need a special skill to grow tomatoes. They germinate naturally. You just have to know how to do it or how to start it. But you don't need a special skill to do that. Know that. The fourth step why you should venture into farming is there are seasons for growing a particular crop. You have to know there is a rainy season and then dry season. You need to know the kind of crop that you have to grow, the kind of crop which needs to be grown in a particular season. When it's rainy season, you know crops that you have to grow. When it's dry season, you know the crop that you need to grow. You have to know that as well. And the last step that I will share with you is very important, and that is most important of all the four steps that I've shared with you. And you have to venture into farming. Why? Because food is the first need, or the first among the five basic needs of life. You can't do away with food. You can't live without eating. No matter the work you are doing, no matter where you find yourself, no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, you can't live without eating. So if human beings can't live without eating, then have you asked yourself that when you go into farming, when you grow crops, definitely you are going to, they will purchase them, you are going to sell them, and then you earn money from that. If only you do it well. If you do it well at the right time, at the right place, you are not going to lose. So put in mind, or put in your mind, that food, as we all know, is first among the basic needs of life. So you need to get it. And then another thing that you need to know is, people have been saying that farming is difficult. No, there is no work on this earth, under this sun, that is easy to do. Every work that you put yourself in, or every aspect of work that you venture yourself, it is difficult, especially when you are starting it. So if the work that you are doing now is difficult, then farming is difficult. If the work you are doing now is easy, then farming is also easy. So don't let anyone convince you or lie to you that farming is difficult. It is difficult when you don't know how to do it. But if you get close to those who have already started it, and then you know, or they share with you the experience, it will be easy for you. This is Bush Class TV. Please don't forget to subscribe, so that whenever a new video comes, you have the notification and then watch it. Thank you.